Hello and welcome back, guys. So it seems even though I convinced myself that I'm not gonna talk about nsfas just keep on trending. Like it's just in the news every day, new information, new confusion. So today we're just gonna talk about those who have indeed exceeded and they have the Apple tab. Because obviously now I think the Apple tab is showing in their portal and they are able to appeal. But then the problem is some of them don't have the reasons, at least the reason that are listed in the portal. And they want to know, if I am not a final year, what am I supposed to do? Can I appeal? Will it be approved? And one thing you should know, guys, like every day is new information with nsfas. Like there's too much contradiction. So the things that we say now might not apply tomorrow. So it's for the current situation, what is happening now. And what's happening now is what we talk about. So don't take our word for it. Anything can change. These are just advice and just giving you information that we feel like it will be helpful for some. Obviously, it can be helpful for all, but for some, it will have an effect. I made a video about N+2 enrollment as well. So we're basically explaining all the options that you have there, the reasons that you have. So you can check it out to see what you need to provide if you are appealing, and one of the reasons obviously fall within that. But today we're just going to talk more about those who have exceeded the N+enrollment. And the idea is, what happens if I'm not doing my final year and I've exceeded? I have an appeal tab. What am I supposed to do now? Unfortunately, I don't have good news for you. Well, it's my opinion. That's how I think of it. So if you don't want to be discouraged and still want to stick to your faith, I'm going to give you just a few seconds for you to go out of this video. Otherwise, I'm going to continue. I was lucky to have explored the Apple tab myself for N+enrollment. Well, I'm not sure if it's lucky because it's a bad thing. But what I've noticed is, for every reason that you pick there, first thing that you will need to provide is the letter from the institution confirming that you are doing a final year. So if you can't provide that already, you are at a cutoff point. So you are at a disadvantage. You are disadvantaged like that because you are unable to prove that you're indeed doing a final year. That's how it is. Like for every reason that you pick, you'll have to provide that. And do I think you can be funded if they are strict? If they strictly stick to that, do I think you can be funded even if you have exceeded? The answer for that from me will be no. And why am I saying that? I don't think there is any institution that will provide false information, meaning lying that you're doing a final year even though you're not. So the institution obviously will only provide a letter to those that are doing final year. And if you can't provide that for your reason that you're indeed doing a final year and they are strict about it, it means that they're going to cut you off. But like I said from the beginning of the video, there might be many criteria that they take into consideration appeal. They might be using other ways to consider it. So at the end of the day, just appeal. Send an appeal, whether you are a final year or not, and just see what happens. Put your faith to it and hope that they will accept it. So that's basically what I believe, that if you have exceeded, your chances are low because you won't be able to provide a letter that you are indeed doing a final year, which is the first thing they ask if you go to the appeal tab for any reason that you pick. Other reasons, obviously, other document that you can provide have to be respective to the reason that you picked. So in that case, if you were ill, you can get a medical doctor, but it has to be supported by that you are doing a final year. Yeah, you're just doing a final year. And then obviously there are those who are wrongfully affected. There is no info as well for now what's going to happen. So that's what I believe about those who have exceeded. Just appeal, but then I'm telling you that an institution I don't think will be able to provide you with the letter if you are not. doing a final year. And the disadvantage is you only have those few options. There is no option, for example, that says I'm wrongly affected. You're not given a chance to explain. That's the thing. You can't say I'm wrongly affected because that's not the reason, unless if maybe you attach a motivational letter, because that is also possible even though they didn't request it. So that might be one of the things that you can maybe submit. So in conclusion, based on my opinion, I should emphasize that bold opinion, because it's not a fact. I think these appeals are made for final year student, those that are doing final year, and they will be given extra year to finish that final year. I think that's just the cutoff point. So if you're not within that, you are at a disadvantage already. So that's what I had for today, guys. If you have other info, you are welcome as well to disagree with what I'm saying here. You can comment and then give what you believe. We're just trying to help each other here. That's what we're doing. Thank you, guys.